Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 24 of the Rags to Riches Challenge. If you're new here, I would recommend checking out the full playlist, which you can find linked down below in the description, where you can also find my mod list as well as the challenge rules. But if you're new here, we started this series with nothing but a $100,000 loan to get us started. We still owe about 50 grand on that loan, but we are slowly making progress on that. But after a lot of work, we're finally starting to make some real progress in this series. So you can see here we have a large grass field. We just expanded this a little bit more in the last episode, so we are close to 10 acres here now, I think. And this is currently our main moneymaker because we are just converting all of this grass into silage. We also have a little bit more grass down at our homestead, so I'm just going to jump over there for a minute. So we're also making some decent income off of our productions here because we have a large greenhouse here. We also have a small sawmill doing some wood producing for us. And then over here, we have a fairly large pasture filled with 72 goats. So we're making some goat milk over here. So yeah, we're starting to get some pretty good income going. And this is our other section of grass that we have planted right here. And then we might also try to do some mowing of this meadow grass over here. But I am very excited to get into this episode. Because if we just pop back over here, we just bought that field off in the distance you can see there in the last episode. That's about 4.7 acres of barley. It's only about 3.5 acres of actual field area, but we don't currently have a way to harvest that barley. So in this episode, finally at long last, we will be buying a combine. So that we can actually harvest this because it's already planted. It should be ready to harvest pretty soon here, so we will need to get a combine. But as you can see up in the top right there, we only have $30,000 in the bank, so we definitely can't afford a combine just yet. So we are going to be harvesting this grass. It's currently ready to go. I have the Valtra set up here with our mower. This is also the first time we're going to be using this mower. I just upgraded it from the tiny little front mower, and we finally got a back mower with the wings here that can also do swath dropping. So we will have a windrow. So it should make our baling and everything much easier this time. So I'm very excited to get into it. We're going to start this guy off right here, I think. We're going to just hire a worker to mow this grass field. And then I'm going to come along behind him with the AgroStar here to bale everything up. So let's get this guy set up and ready to go. I'll do one headland. Yeah, and that should all be good. So we'll just get this worker started. So we'll probably wait for him to finish the first headland here and start doing the up and down. And then I'll start coming along baling behind him. So we hopefully won't get in each other's way too much. But yeah, this is going to make mowing this field much, much easier. Or at least much faster. And then I might also come along. There's quite a bit of meadow grass along the edges of this barley field, so I might try to come along and harvest that up as well after we're done with our main fields here. Might as well try and get as much grass as we can to maximize our income here, because we do need to make sure that we can buy a combine in this episode so that we can harvest that grass or harvest that barley before it withers. So I will just wait here a little bit until he gets done this first headland here. And this should also be our best grass harvest yet in terms of yield here. Because, yeah, like I said in the last episode, we expanded this field a little bit. Not a huge amount, but it was kind of somewhere over here before. And we did have a bunch of productions right here, but we just moved them in the last episode and plowed in the rest of this field. So, yeah, this is a bigger field than we've ever had before. And then we do have a little bit extra down at the homestead there. We did mow all the meadow grass at that homestead last time too, so I don't know how much extra it's going to be because we don't have quite as much land to mow now that we have that goat pen there. But we do have some of it planted to actual grass here that's that's fully fertilized now, so we do have a better yield bonus than the meadow grass would have gotten us. And then we will have the extra meadow grass around this other barley field that we can add to it too. So in the last episode, I think we got 51 bales off of this field. And then you can see over in the bale counter there, we ended up with 64 total. That was from mowing that meadow grass down at our homestead there. But we didn't actually sell any of those bales. We didn't convert them into silage. We just saved those ones to give us some grass to be able to feed our goats over the winter. So, but we don't really need to do that. We still have some extra grass, and they're just going to be eating that meadow now over the summer. So, yeah, we probably won't even really need to save any more grass because I'm pretty sure we have enough still left over to feed them for the next winter. So yeah, all the extra bales we get from that area this year will be converted directly into silage and sold. So we should get a pretty decent harvest here. But yeah, we got I think 51 silage bales last time, 64 total. So I'm going to reset the bale counter here. So yeah, now it's down to 0, and you can see 64 is the total amount of bales that this thing has done. But yeah, we will keep track, and we'll have to see how many bales we actually get out of this harvest here. You can see this mower is bouncing a little bit. He doesn't really seem to be missing much. But we might have to come along. Oh yeah, he did miss a little patch there. So we might have to come along after and clean things up a little bit. And then, I don't know, I might come along with that smoothing tool at some point and try to flatten out a little bit of that ground. So he's hopefully not bouncing around as much. But yeah, these mowers just kind of like to bounce around a bit, especially when you're moving fast. So we might try to smooth that out a little bit to see if it helps, but I don't know if it's actually going to make much of a difference. So we might just have to go around and clean that up a little bit ourselves at the end. Not that those little patches that are missed are going to make much of a difference, but we'll see how much he ends up missing or how much it's bouncing around at the end of the day. But yeah, he should basically be far enough ahead here that we shouldn't have to worry about catching him or getting in his way. So I think we'll just get straight into baling here. Okay, we got all the baling and wrapping and stacking all done. So I think we ended up with 67 bales total. That's one less than we got last time, but 13 of those last time did just go into straight grass bales. So our silage income should be more than last time. So I'm just going to quickly fertilize this little piece of grass here. Just to make sure that we have that fully yield bonus for the next harvest. Or well, it won't be 100%, but it'll be pretty close. Just because we don't have that field roller thing. So then I'm going to bring this tractor back over to that other field there, and I'll probably just get an AI worker to finish off the fertilization over there. So yeah, we definitely didn't get as many bales down from the homestead as we did last time, but that's kind of to be expected because we were able to harvest all that goat pen area last time. That's now just dedicated to the goats, but yeah, we still did get a little bit extra there, so should make a little bit more money. I screwed up with the that silage wrapper when it swung out when I was making that corner. Just destroyed a tiny bit of my crop here. But that shouldn't really make much difference. And there is a couple spots here you can see where the mower did miss, where it was jumping around, but I don't know why this line in particular missed so many spots, but overall I don't think it's worth really worrying about. There's just tiny little spots like that. It's not really going to amount to much, so we'll just leave them like that. Won't really worry about it. So that all looks good, so we'll just get this worker going on there. So yeah, we got a decent little stack of bales there. It does look a little funny with all the different colors in here, but I was using white wrap last time, and then I switched to green just because the white can be a little bit tough with the reflections in this game. It just totally gets blown out when it's in the sunlight. So I did switch to the green color, and then I ran out in the field there, and somebody told me in the comments that you can actually just automatically buy the new wrap right from the menu there. So I did that, and I thought I had selected nature green last time, but apparently not, because I selected nature green this time, and it's a slightly different shade of green. So yeah, we do have 3 different colors in there, but it doesn't really make a difference, I don't think. So now these have to sit for a month until the silage finishes fermenting before we can sell them. So yeah, let's jump back to the homestead here. I just want to check on all our stuff, make sure we're doing okay. So yeah, wood's still producing. We'll have to do another deadwood contract to top up that wood before too long. We're starting to get a little bit more milk. Goats are still doing good. Did they use up a little bit of water already? Okay, so now we can restart this thing. That should be good. Didn't take much. This water tank will automatically top this thing up, but you have to kind of restart it every time you load back into the game. So we should be good now for a while, as long as I don't have to reload. I just want to check the water in the greenhouse. Yeah, still got quite a bit here, so not too worried about it. So yeah, there's not a whole lot else we really need to do this month. Just going to feed the dog here. Don't know where he got to, but should be around here somewhere. So yeah, I'm going to take a look at what kind of contracts we have here. We could do a little bit of baling, but I'm not sure it's worth going all the way over there for that one. I could do some hoeing, sowing. Yeah, we don't really have a bunch of great contracts. We could maybe do this one quickly, just because it's fairly close by. I know we did quite a bit of hoeing in the last episode, but I could do this weeding contract and this hoeing one, because they're fairly close together. I don't think it'd be worth driving over there, because yeah, we don't really need to rely on contracts as much as we used to, because yeah, we will have a good bit of money coming in next month, but we do need about 140 grand to be able to buy the combine and the header. So maybe it would be worth it to get a little bit of extra income in here. So yeah, that's really all we'll need to do for this month, I think. We'll just go do these couple contracts quickly, because that shouldn't take very long at all, and it'll just give us a few extra $1,000. And then, yeah, I think we'll probably just skip ahead until June. Wait till our silage is done fermenting, and then we can go sell that right away. Should be a decent little payday, and then hopefully just with that, we will end up with enough money that we can buy that combine. And get to harvesting. I guess the only other thing I'm worried about, I don't really know how much barley this field is going to produce, but if it's more than we can fit in a trailer, we might have to try and buy a like a grain silo or a bin of some kind. Because that's probably going to produce more than one trailer can hold, but yeah, I'm not really sure. So yeah, we might have to try and figure out a way, because I think we could probably buy that cheapest bin. It only holds like 75,000 liters, but it's also only 20 grand. Just because we probably won't really be able to afford much else at this point. So, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll just wait until we start harvesting and see how much it's actually going to produce. Because I don't want to sell it directly, because we don't have a very good price for barley right now. And I also don't want to sell all of it, because one of the main reasons I got a barley field was that I do want to get chickens here soon. So we need to save some of that barley for ourselves to feed our chickens, and I don't really know how much they're going to eat. So yeah, I definitely don't want to sell it right away. So we need to have some way to store the barley. So yeah, we might get a silo. If it doesn't, because I think our trailer holds about 20,000 liters. So if that field produces less than that, then we can just leave it in the trailer for now. I might not sell any of this first crop, to be honest, because I do want to make sure we have enough to feed chickens. And I don't really know how much they're going to eat, so we might just save it all and kind of give it a year and see how much we go through, and then we can kind of judge from there how much we're going to be able to sell. But yeah, we probably won't be able to buy the chicken barn until the next silage harvest, or maybe even after. I'm not quite sure exactly how that's going to work. We're going to kind of play that by ear. But yeah, I think with that silage sale, we should be able to buy the combine, no problem. And then yeah, we might have to just figure out a way to buy a silo. If we can get away without buying one right away, like if we can just store it all in the trailer, then I'd probably rather do that and then save up a little bit more money to get a bigger bin, because I don't think that 75,000 liter one will last us too long, and I don't want to be just kind of constantly upgrading, because with the placeable buildings and stuff, you do lose quite a bit of money if you just buy it and then resell it. So yeah, I'd rather save up a little bit of money and get a decent size bin off the bat if we can. But if we do need somewhere to store it, I guess we could always, I'm pretty sure you can just like dump it onto the ground, but then we need some way to pick it up, which we don't really have at the moment. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go finish this last contract here, and then yeah, we'll probably just skip ahead to the next month, and we can go sell the rest of that silage. Never mind. I think I just found the second field that the hoe doesn't work for weeding contracts. 'Cause yeah, we're definitely not making any progress here. What kind of field is this? Oh yeah, this is a sunflower field. It's got medium weeds, so I don't know. Very strange. Because I mean, wouldn't the weeder not really even work on medium weeds anyway? I thought only the hoe works on medium weeds. So that makes zero sense at all, unless I'm thinking of something wrong, but yeah. Yeah, so I guess we'll just head back to the homestead, and we could advance into June. Okay, back at the homestead here. So I think we're good to go. I checked on all our productions and animals and everything. We should be all set up to advance another month, so I will see you in June. Okay, here we are in June. Just double check. Still got quite a bit of water. Starting to get some more lettuce out. So yeah, if we do need a little bit extra money to get a silo or something, we can sell lettuce. We can sell some goat milk. We should have some wood out by now, I would think too. Yeah, got a little bit of wood. Perfect. Okay. And yeah, as I was saying in the last episode, we could always sell this thing because we don't really have a use for it anymore. Or we could sell our corn header. We do, even though we don't have a combine. I did buy a corn header last month or the month before, but in the last episode, just because it was on sale. So, but we don't really have a use for it right now. I was kind of thinking we might buy a sunflower field, but ended up buying that barley field instead. So we can always sell that thing if we want to. to make about another 20 grand, but I'm going to hang on to it for now if I can, just because we'll probably want to be doing some corn or sunflowers at some point. So I just want to check on these sales here. Yeah, nothing really in there that we have any use for at the moment. So I just want to go take a look here. So I don't think our barley is actually ready to harvest here, it looks like. Yeah, I wasn't sure about that because there's like kind of 2 harvest months for barley. Can be June or July. So I wasn't 100% sure when it was planted. So yeah, it looks like we got to wait 1 more month to harvest this one. So yeah, if we look at our growth state here, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's in the last stage. It should be anyway. It's not doing too bad. Apparently we got a little bit of hail damage here, but that shouldn't affect the yield very much. And yeah, you can see here one little spot where we destroyed it. We accidentally ran over it there. But I guess I'm going to get this guy off of here. We can bring him back down to the homestead, I think. But yeah, I'm just going to run over here and check on our silage bales here. So we're at 87% fermented. These ones at the end should be a little bit more. Yeah, 90%. They were close enough together that it shouldn't really matter. Okay, so I don't know if I should just skip right ahead to another month here, or if we should wait and try to do some more contracts or something. Goats are still doing pretty good. Okay, let's look at our contracts maybe here. Maybe we could do some of that to kill the time here. Oh yeah, that one expired, but couldn't really do it anyway. We can collect that one. I forgot to do that last month. So we do have another decent baling contract there. But that's about it. Maybe I will go... Oh, it's got to be square bales. Okay, never mind. We can't do that one. We could do this round baler one, though. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I'll go do this round bale contract while we... Oh, but I've got... I can't remember if I installed that mod or not. I downloaded a mod that lets you like unload the bales, even though they're not complete, because we do still have some grass in our baler. So I don't want to lose that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I downloaded that mod, but I'm not sure if I actually installed it in this game yet, because I don't know. It seems silly to me that the game by default doesn't let you just unload bales early, because I mean, every bale or every baler in real life lets you do that. Like, you don't need to wait until you have a full bale. You can just unload whenever you want. So I don't know why the game puts that limitation in there. But I might have to reload and install that mod, because yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. Does it say what it is? No, it doesn't really tell you what you're baling. Yeah, so it doesn't look like I have that installed, but I might just relaunch the game here. Not that it would be the end of the world, but that's 3,300 liters of grass that I don't want to lose. So yeah, I'll be back in a second here. Okay, we are back. And yeah, okay, now we can unload that. I might, I'm not sure. I don't know though if you can actually wrap unfinished bales. But I'm just going to unload it kind of down here. For now, I guess. We can always move it later if we want to. Unload unfinished bale. Yeah. Let's just unload her. We might try to wrap it, but we could always just bring that down and use it as grass for the goats. So I'm not too worried about it, but yeah, just don't want to waste that. Because I think once you start baling something else, like whatever was in there previously just gets converted to that. So yeah, we'll just go do this baling contract quickly, and then our silage should be ready to go. Then we can do that sale, and then we'll hopefully be able to buy a combine. Okay, yeah, that didn't take very long at all. So we still have 4,600 liters of straw in here, so I'm just kind of curious what happens. Not that we need it or anything, or even have any use for it at all, and it's not really worth much, so not really trying to steal it. I'm just curious what happens if I accept this contract now, or collect this contract. Okay, that stays in there. Interesting. Yeah, because I assume those bales would disappear once the contract is done. But it's interesting that you get to keep that little bit that's in your baler. So I guess I'll just dump this here. Or I wonder if I should leave it if I start like baling grass the next time, if it'll just convert that to grass and count it. So yeah, I'm not sure. I guess I'll just leave it in there for now. I was gonna unload it, but yeah, I'm gonna see what happens with that. I'm just kind of curious how the game handles that kind of thing. So I'm gonna go top this guy up with fuel, and I'm gonna wash it down because it is pretty filthy at the moment. Hasn't had a good pressure washing in quite a while, as you can see. So I guess I maybe should have had our timescale up a little bit higher while I was doing that to make sure our bales are fermented, but I can probably head over there. They should be almost done anyway, so I'm gonna head over and start loading them up, I guess. I just kind of want to check what they're at right now. 89%. Yeah, I definitely should have turned that time scale up. Because what time do we finish? Like 10 something? Like it takes about 24 hours, so we'll turn it up a little bit here. So I'm gonna try to be careful here. I'm not really sure what happens. Like if a bale rolls onto your crop, will it destroy it? Or is it only tires that destroy it? Not too sure about that. And these things sure make a lot of dust when you're moving them. That's funny. Yeah, they make quite the cloud of dust. You wouldn't think a wrapped bale would do that, but... Alright, there's one load loaded up here. Sure makes a mess of the stack. Kind of interesting how the physics work on these bales. They're a little bit springy. Hit one on the end and it transfers all the way through the pile. So I guess we'll start bringing them down. I didn't actually check where our best price is. I should probably do that. It's almost always the animal dealer. Okay, the farmer's market is actually a slightly better price right now. But I don't know if that $2 really makes much of a difference because it is a little bit farther of a trip. This animal dealer is just over there. Although the farmer's market's not that far away either. But for $2, I'm not really sure it's worth it. Although, I mean, I guess we got some time to kill anyway. We're still waiting for him to ferment, so maybe we will just head down there. I've never actually sold silage at the farmer's market yet, so why not? The distance to the sell point is not nearly as vital as it was when we were using that little forage wagon and we had to make like 20 trips. Oh, it's a little tight going down this lane with this thing sticking out the side there. Trying to catch a power pole. Okay, how are we doing here? 95, 96, 94. Okay, we got a little ways to go. Okay, maybe I'll just go do this hoeing contract here. That's a pretty good payout. That field takes a little while, but it's not too bad. You can go pretty quick with that hoe, so... yeah, we'll go do that one. Probably don't need to leave the time quite that high, because that one will take a little while. And yeah, at least it's close to our homestead here, so... I'll just kill a little bit of time doing that, and then our silage should be ready to go. Okay, got that one done. Decent little payout there. Tedder grass. I don't think I've ever seen a tedding contract come up before. That's interesting. What kind of tractor do they have in that contract? I don't know if I've ever seen that one before. So let's go check this guy. Okay, silage. I think we're all good. I don't know if I can get up on top of there. Come on. There we go. Nice. Okay, so silage. Yeah, I think we're all good. All good to sell here. So yeah, according to that stock check thing, we should make about 130 grand on all our silage here, so it should be pretty solid. All right, pretty good. Pretty good payout. So yeah, we'll just go collect the rest of those bales, and then we should have enough money to buy our combine. Okay, got all the silage sold. Made a pretty decent chunk of money. Yeah, it's about 133,000 that we made out of that. So yeah, pretty solid. I was hoping for at least 120. So did even better than expected. So we do get 4 grass harvests per year. So if we're making 130,000 each time, that's like over $500,000 a year in silage income now. So that is pretty darn good, I think. Plus like all our productions and everything. I haven't really tallied those up, but you know, that's gotta be another couple, 200 or 300 grand worth of product income every month, I think. So yeah, we're definitely closing in on like the $1 million revenue per year mark. So it looks like these guys finally ate through all their food. So I just wanted to check on that. The meadow still hasn't really gone down at all, I don't think. So they must have just finished that off. The water is going down. I just got to reactivate that because we did reload the game to install that bale unloading mod. So what are we at here? 6,800. I think that's going to be okay for one more month. We're not full at all, are we? No, still got lots of storage space left. And this thing should have lots of water. Yeah, I'm thinking we have enough money to buy the combine right now, but I think everything else we need to do is done. So we don't actually need the combine until next month. So I was thinking about skipping ahead until July before we buy it, just when that field is actually ready to harvest, because it gives us like one more chance for something to come up in the store. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe we skip one more month and then maybe something will come up. Like if we get a better combine than that base Massey Ferguson that comes up at 50% off, like maybe we'd be able to buy that. So the only other real thing we could do this month is contracts. I think we've done all the ones that are really worth doing at this point. I guess, I mean, if we bought a combine right now, we could do a couple harvesting contracts, but But I would rather do our own field first. Unless I'm forgetting something, I think we're all good. Let's give the dog a little more food. And yeah, we might as well jump ahead to July here. Oh, and of course it's raining. Darn it. We got a bale or a baler in here. This, yeah, it's not really as good as the one we have. What? This came up again? Come on. You have this twice in the same sale? That's silly. Okay, well, yeah, that didn't gain us anything, and now it's raining, unfortunately. But yeah, we are ready to harvest at our field here. And then all of our grass should be good to go. Give the dog a couple pets here. I guess we'll refill his food again. What does our weather forecast look like right now? Okay, so it should be done raining about 10. So I just want to check on all our stuff again, make sure we're doing okay. So we do have some lettuce we could sell. We don't really have great prices for it at the moment though. 2,000 liters of goat milk built up here, plus we got a bunch of wood. Let's see how this thing is doing. 4,000. Okay, so it didn't actually use that much. So we could maybe get through another day, but I'm probably going to try to do another deadwood contract this month as well, just to make sure that gets stocked up. So I'm just going to fast forward a little bit until this rain stops, I think. Because sometimes more sale stuff comes up later in the day, so I'm just going to give it a couple more hours here. Just because we can't really use that combine, or well, we can use it, but we get significantly reduced yield if we try to harvest in the rain. Nothing else came up in that sale. So yeah, I guess we will just buy a combine here. So this one is our only real option for now. There's a huge jump up to the next one. And I mean, it's not even really any better. I don't know why this one is so much more expensive because I mean, it's got the same capacity. It's got a slightly bigger fuel tank and a slightly higher top speed, but I don't know. It's not worth more than twice the price in my opinion. So yeah, this is the one we're going to grab. Okay. So yeah, I think we'll just buy this one. The Massey Ferguson. All right, we got ourselves a combine. So we need a grain header as well. I think this is the one that they kind of tell you goes with this combine, but I know from experience in my other game, you can fit a 25 footer on there, no problem. But yeah, I guess we'll just get the matching Massey Ferguson one. Buy that one too. All right. Here she is. Her very first combine. Oh, I'm so happy. It's been so long. It has been a long time coming. A lot of work to get to this point. Okay, that is awesome. So let's unfold it here. And yeah, we already have a corn header as well. There's not much to the unfolding of this one. Hook up our header. Oh, that is sweet. I am so excited to finally have a combine. So yeah, it's been a lot of work, a lot of grinding out contracts, a lot of work struggling with silage pits. Yeah, a lot of hours. I'm actually a little bit over. I think I was at 105 hours in this save before I started this today. So we're probably getting, how long have I been playing? A couple hours. So we're getting close to 110 hours in this save to get us to the point where we could finally buy a combine. But we're doing pretty darn good now, I think. Because yeah, like I said, we're going to be making like $500,000 a year, and then some in our silage income, and then another probably $300,000 a year in product income. So yeah, now that we're getting into some grain too, we're doing really well. Definitely out of the rags portion of the rags to riches challenge. Guess it kind of depends on your definition if we're rich or not, but I'd say we're pretty asset rich at this point, but we don't have a lot of liquid cash ever because every little bit of cash we get goes into buying something else. So, but yeah, this is gonna be our first grain harvest. Okay, so this mod does tell you once it gets ready to harvest how much you could get. So it says potential harvest quality is 30,000 liters, but I think that's just if you have it a 100% yield bonus, which we don't quite. So we should get a little bit less than that, I think. But yeah, it's still going to be more than what we could fit in our trailer. So I do want to just check quickly. I want to look at our silos. So I'm kind of thinking like in this corner would be a good spot. I might have to move this baler here. Just because I like to have it like really easy access for getting in and out, especially like later on once we get like big trucks and super bees. Kind of need some room to turn around and all that kind of stuff. So we have this one is 30 grand. That's still only 75,000 liters though. So I'm kind of thinking we just buy the smallest one for now. Just because, yeah, it's the only one we can actually afford. And I mean, we can fit like 2 full harvests into this one, so it should be okay for now. But I'm sure we're going to end up changing it out at some point for a bigger one. I mean, we're definitely going to have to once we get further along here. But I think this one is going to be good enough for now. So yeah, I'll just move this baler and rabber out of the way first. And then we can decide where we want to put that. I'm not too worried about the placement right now, just because yeah, I will be upgrading that one before too long. So I'm mostly just gonna try to get it in there somewhere flat. Okay, so I think I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just gonna try to use this soften tool to even out the bumps, because we do have a little bit of a rough transition on this one side. So I'm just going to try to soften things up a little bit here. Okay, so we do kind of have some invisible bumps here, but I think those are probably going to be okay. Hard to say, but yeah, I think that's going to be good enough. We can probably live with that. Yeah, I'm happy with that, I think. Because like I said, this one's probably not going to last us that long. We'll end up replacing it at some point, and then we'll probably have to do some additional terraforming. But yeah, I think we're good to go now. We got ourselves our first silo, our first combine. We don't have a lot of cash left in the bank though, but that's okay. We should be able to make that back, because yeah, once we get this this barley harvested, we are going to have to go right back to baling and silage harvesting as well. So I'm just going to move this tractor out of the way, and then I'm actually going to do a little bit more painting to kind of give us kind of a road or a path in there and out of there. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, let's save this game again here. Okay, I think we are ready to go. So let's get to harvesting here. So we'll fire it up. Lower that header. And we can start harvesting. Okay, so now we can activate our line here. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, yeah, no, that's what I want, right? Yeah, okay, we want to do a swath. Then we can bale this for straw bales afterwards. Okay, and we are on the way. Oh man, I can't tell you how happy I am to finally be combining. Oh, we lost our line there at some point. Yeah, I am stoked to finally be combining here. This is awesome, because I mean, as much as we've done so far already, yeah, it just doesn't quite feel like a farm to me until you have a combine. So yeah, I am super stoked to finally be harvesting grain here. Okay, I'm just going to go into screenshot mode here. We can take away the heads-up display. Just get a nice view of our combine here. Oh, that is a beautiful sight. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. And this is this is the biggest equipment purchase we've ever made, I think. The next biggest would have been that Valtra tractor over there, but we did get that on sale for a little under 130 or a little under 100 grand. So yeah, this thing was about 140 if you include the header. So yeah, it's taken a long time to get to this point, but oh man, it feels good to finally be here. Yeah, and now we can really start expanding into other fields and everything. We've got really good income coming in from our silage. We're starting to get some grain income. We can finally get some chickens. Might as well stop right here and we will empty this thing out. Just going to grab a few screenshots there for the first load of barley from our combine. So yeah, now we don't have to worry about buying a combine. That was a big purchase that's taken us a long time to get to, but yeah, now that we have this, yeah, we can really start to focus on other things like buying new fields, buying some other equipment. This combine should last us a while. I mean, it is the smallest combine in the game, but it's not too bad. It's pretty expensive though to upgrade to anything bigger, so that'll still be a long ways off. I think we're gonna make this one work for quite a while, but yeah, I'll have to decide what we want to do. Not quite sure if I'm gonna replant this one right away to keep growing more barley. We probably will, I think, but the other option, I guess, is to kind of just let it go fallow over the winter and then plant something else in the spring, like soybeans or corn or something like that. But yeah, right now I'm thinking we'll probably just replant this one back to barley or possibly wheat. Yeah, and then we got to decide what to do with the grain, because yeah, I have no idea how much the chickens are going to use, but we don't want to run out once we get the chickens. So I might just store this first harvest in the bin over there and just kind of get through this first winter and see how much the chickens are actually going to eat before I make any decisions about it. But although once we get the chickens for a few months, we should kind of start to get an idea of how much they're going to use. And then once we hit peak prices, we should already kind of have an idea of how much the chickens consume every month. So then we can probably make a decision about how much we want to sell. Because yeah, I guess the other option is to try and get like maybe one of those oil mills or the grain mill thing that you can use to like make flour. I've never really used that thing before, so I'm not sure if that's worth it or not, or what the deal is there. But I will look into that, because that's definitely an option we could do as well. But yeah, I'm thinking for this first harvest, we'll just store it for now. Maybe after the next silage sale, we'll try and grab a chicken barn. And then we can kind of just start figuring out how much they're going to consume and what we want to do with the rest of our grain. But yeah, I guess I'll just finish up this harvest here and get all this straw baled. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to store all these straw bales, or even if there is a point to storing them. Like, I don't think you get very much money from them, but we don't really have anything to use them for yet. Maybe once we get cows, we can use it to make TMR. Yeah, but anyway, I'll get this harvest finished and get this stuff baled up, and then I'll check back in. Okay, got that all harvested up. We ended up getting 7 large bales. These are the 180 centimeter size, so a decent amount of straw. Still haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with those, but I'm probably just going to sell them just for a little bit extra money, just because we don't really have anything else to do with them right now. But yeah, we ended up with just about 27 liters or 27,000 liters of barley out of that, so not too shabby. I don't really like how this thing, like, you buy it new and it's like already covered in rust and the paint's all faded and everything. It's kind of annoying. Like, again, it's kind of supposed to be an old style building, but I mean, we did just buy it and it already looks like it's 50 years old. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, pretty stoked still to have a combine here. The yard finally looks complete now that we have a combine. Like I said, it doesn't quite feel like a farm to me until you have a combine. So super stoked to be finally harvesting grain. So but yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this episode up here. Got quite a bit done today, so still got quite a bit left to do in the next episode. But yeah, we definitely won't advance the month yet because we have to get right back into harvesting grass. Yeah, goats are doing good. We're gonna have to load up a bunch of products here. Not quite sure if I'm gonna sell anything or not yet because I don't think a lot of our things are at very good prices. But yeah, we got to clear out some of our loading zones. Although I guess this thing can store quite a bit, so we don't have to worry about it too much. But we're definitely gonna have to stock this thing up with wood again this month, I think, and yeah, get back into grass harvests and could look at selling some more products. Got a lot of stuff we could sell to make some more money back. But yeah, definitely pretty happy with the progress today. But we got a lot more to do, so I'll be back again playing soon. So yeah, thanks a bunch for watching, everybody, and I will see you in the next one.